After 6 hours on the cross, Jesus dies. Now, the question is, what did he say just before he died? Now, Matthew and Mark agree. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? But of course there's a big problem with that, isn't there? Now, if Jesus is just a man, adopted by God as his son, then that makes sense. He no longer feels the presence of God. If he's half man and half God, God was his father, Mary his mother, then okay, he no longer feels connected to his father. But if he's the one true God, a member of the Trinity, then what he's really saying is, myself, why have you abandoned me? Well, you can't actually abandon yourself, can you? So that's a problem. Now Luke likes to have a much more calmer Jesus who's in control, and perhaps he can also see the theological problems of my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So he has something quite different. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Now I still think there are theological problems with that, because I don't see, human beings are supposed to have souls and spirits, aren't they? But what about Jesus? Did he have one? I don't quite understand that. But then what did John say? John says that Jesus said, I'm thirsty, and they gave him a sponge full of wine. And then, this is what he said. And then he says, when Jesus had received the wine, he said, it is finished. Then he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. So we've got 3 different accounts of what happened at the end. Well, they obviously can't all be true. And the theological problems of Matthew and Mark are slightly dealt with by Luke and John, so maybe Matthew and Mark are the correct version. But that leaves us with the theological problems of Jesus being separated from God. It's all too complicated and difficult to believe, isn't it?
It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily